you can say it.
Mama, I'm going live.
Here we go, guys. Playoffs are set. We're ready to go. Playoffs are set. Dave's shaved his face, but not his head. So we're good. We're good to go. Everything's good. But we need to talk about the elephant in the room. And did the Kansas City Chiefs purposely lose to the Broncos so that the Bengals won't get into the playoffs? Dave, go ahead.
It's kind of funny because you have to think. Honestly, the Dolphins had to, or no, yeah, I can say you're right.
Thank you. Thank you and thank you. I think they absolutely bombed that game on purpose. There's no way a team that's only lost one game this entire season just got smoked by the Denver Broncos.
Well, also Carson Wentz.
Well, yes, but regardless, Andy Reid's still there. I don't care what anyone says. Andy Reid's still there with NFL caliber players. He's not going to put up 0 on the board, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying. I mean, yes, they benched some guys, but I think there was clear. I think at the end of the day, they're like, hey, we're going to get you guys some reps, but we don't really want to win this game. We would much rather face the Denver Broncos than the Cincinnati Bengals with the possible MVP of the league. I don't want to bring the MVP of the league into the playoffs. So let's take a knee on this one. I'd much rather go up against a rookie quarterback in the playoffs than a.
You realize the Chiefs are playing the Broncos, not the Bills. You said MVP. We all know who the MVP is going to be.
I'm saying MVP caliber. Yeah, don't go off topic. Stay on topic, Dave. Horrible. Dave, this is a podcast. Stay on topic. Don't talk about random things. Unbelievable. Jeez, you cry me. Guys, this guy.
Now here's a guy.
Yeah, so anyway, they don't want to bring in a guy that's number 1 in the passing yards and number 1 in passing touchdowns into the playoffs. There's no shot. Plus, Joe Burrow has a history of defeating the Chiefs. So, yeah. I think they'd much rather bring in the rookie quarterback, Bo Nix. We'll see.
The Bengals are definitely the best team to miss the playoffs this year.
Oh, without a doubt. Dave, without a doubt. And they should sue. The Cincinnati Bengals should sue the referees that ref that one game, I think it's versus the Ravens, where there is blatantly pass interference and blatantly a face mask on the quarterback of Joe Burrow in the same exact play. If they score there, they win the game and they go to the playoffs.
And against the Chiefs.
And against the Chiefs. That don't even start with that. There's so many bad things that have happened to them due to bad referee calls this entire season. They should sue the referees of the NFL.
The NFL hates the Bengals power.
They really do. Can't tame those Ohio boys. We can't tame them. They can't pay them off. They just want biscuits and gravy. I don't know.
They had to clear the way for the Chiefs three-peat.
Yeah, because they know Joe Burrow don't give a fuck. Joe Burrow don't care about no three-peat. Anyway.
What was that? That was like Texas. Well, that's supposed to be Ohio or something. That was like just
Ohio. Like they're the most northern southern state is probably Ohio.
Okay.
Think about it. Yeah, you just accept it. You're actually kind of right.
Trying to picture that. I've never been to Ohio.
It's the most northern southern state is Ohio. They got a southern accent, but they're not south. They're more north of anyway. So yeah, I was ticked because that's all they needed was for the Chiefs to beat the Denver Broncos.
I am pissed.
Yep.
Royally pissed.
I'm looking at your topics now. Picking our surprise team of the year and most disappointing team of the year. Who's your biggest surprise team of the year?
My biggest surprise team of the year is definitely the Commanders.
Commanders.
I did not think we were going to be this good this year.
I agree. Commanders are definitely a very good surprise team. I think there's two surprise teams. Yo, what's up, bacon and eggs? What's up, Sal? How you doing, baby? I think there's two surprise teams. I will totally agree with you on Washington Commanders. Because
Yeah,
they were trash last year. Jaden Daniels made all the difference for them. I think that tells you why he should probably win Rookie of the Year.
probably. Yeah,
But I also think Denver Broncos. I was
they did all last year though. I mean,
yeah, like yes and no. They did okay last year, but I was not expecting them to do great.
another like if I were like make an honorable mention, I would say the Vikings were another surprise team. They're not like my top, but they're like
Yeah,
probably
they're up there.
second.
They're top five like surprise teams for sure. They're up
Oh my
there.
god, with Sam Darnold, who would have thought? I mean, one game away from getting number one overall seed,
Right.
home field advantage in the playoffs.
Sal
I
says
mean,
he's
like,
hoping the Lions keep up the energy. Sal, I'm hoping you keep up the energy.
oh my god, the line. Even if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, you heard it here first, Tyler. Even if the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, the Lions will be my pick for it to win.
The Lions?
And
Yeah.
I would want the Lions to beat the Chiefs.
I think the
For all you
Lions are
people,
too obvious.
for all you
Though.
people think I'm a Mahomes lover. Well, it may not necessarily
No,
be
I
wrong.
hate the Chiefs right now. Hate them. There's only one thing on the Chiefs that I like. Only one thing on the Chiefs that I like. And that's Andy Reid.
It's hard for me to like Andy Reid that much when he used to coach the Eagles.
Yeah, but still, you kind of.
I'm a little better about
He's a
it.
man's man. Give him a burger.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, I lost respect for Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey when they were messing with Justin Tucker last year. Did lost respect.
What I love is that you would have done it to me. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm
Well,
just messing with."
yeah, because I know you. They're not buddies with Justin Tucker. If I'm not gonna do it to some guy that I don't know, that's rude. You, yes, absolutely. I love being rude to you. Absolutely. Matt would join in. Matt would be my Jason Kelsey. I mean, my Travis Kelsey. All tall and lanky and everything.
Yeah. Wait. Never mind. I wouldn't call Travis Kelsey lanky, but that's besides the point. That is besides the point, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I think surprise though. I'll give you Commanders. I'll also give you the
I wasn't asking.
um. I will slap you through this screen. I'll give you Commanders and I'll give you Vikings definitely for sure. Or we did not expect them to be this good. We thought they might be pretty good. Like they were going to be like maybe playoff potential, but they're like top three team right now.
With Sam Darnold, I was not holding out hope in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
If you were to play back to episode 1 or the start of the regular year, I was like, nope,
So
like it's gonna be all Lions.
So has Dave been Jared Goff in lately? I sing my car. Thank you.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't it be nice? What's up, Icing? How are you, bud? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, okay, so teams that were a disappointment. I want to say Texans, even though they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they were definitely disappointed for me.
Yeah, I want to say Texans, but they are in the playoffs. Easy. Okay, this is easy actually. I think they're probably the biggest disappointment is the 49ers.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna pick. The 49ers, like, oof.
Yeah.
Had every chance to like run it back. It was just so unfortunate.
Yeah, I'd say 49ers. 49ers are definitely a tough one though.
And they put up a fight for a while. They did pretty good early in the year, but then the injuries just mounted up. Like, it's the thing. The start of the year, they lost both Ayuk and McCaffrey. Still like won a lot of games early on in the year, but then it just caught up with them. They couldn't hang.
Right.
Kelsey Now,
All right, so now that we got the
Kelsey,
Chiefs, just like they're like like always stuck in your teeth. Least likely matchup. We've probably talked about this already, but the least likely matchup that I have for me in the playoffs that I don't want to see is Chiefs versus Eagles. That's the last matchup I want to see in the playoffs, which has
oh, in
already
the Super
happened.
Bowl.
What's that?
Oh,
In
the
the
Super
Super Bowl. I'm
Bowl.
sorry. Yeah, in the Super Bowl. That's the
That wouldn't
least.
be a bad matchup.
What?
I don't think. I don't think it'd be a bad matchup.
No. Like what I, as a fan, want to see. Those are the last two teams I want to see in the Super Bowl. I think it'd be a good game.
Okay.
Any of these teams now that are in the playoffs are going to be good games.
I'm like the least likely matchup. I think would be Texans and Commanders.
Yeah. No,
Imagine that.
you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying what two teams are the least you would like in the playoffs. What are the last
Okay.
two teams? Yeah.
Imagine Texans Commanders Super Bowl though.
Texans Commanders Super Bowl. I wouldn't be
I might
mad at
boy-
it. They're so
I might
underdog. I'd like
I
it.
might boycott the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'd like it. I wouldn't be mad about it.
Commanders would win easily. I think.
Probably.
But the matchup I would not want to see, like, definitely would not want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So that's got to be the Eagles. Eagles.
Eagles are my second to last team I want to see in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're the last team I want to see in the Super Bowl.
Chiefs are the last team I want to see in the Super Bowl.
Especially when they're this good.
No, Chiefs are the last team I want to see in the Super Bowl.
I would say Eagles and Ravens. I would not want to see that matchup.
Eagles Ravens. Yeah, that's this. Yeah, that's a good second
I'm
place
sorry.
matchup. I wouldn't want to see.
Lamar Jackson, he's one of the best players in the NFL right now, but he's just not clutch. He is not.
Yeah, if he fumbles it up.
He is not a Super Bowl winning QB to me.
No.
Honestly, I hate to say it. I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this because
he's the Dak Prescott.
God forbid you put Patrick Mahomes where he belongs. He's I get trashed. But no, Lamar Jackson is not a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
No, of course not. He hasn't won one yet.
I said it, and I don't think he. Maybe he'll win one lucky one. I mean, look, if Eli Manning can win two, he can win one.
Maybe.
But yeah, I said it. Lamar Jackson is not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Think about all the games that he could have been clutching this year and just blew it. Like even game one, he had 3 chances to beat the Chiefs with like 10 seconds left, or however much time was left, and he blew every single one of them.
Yeah.
And don't tell me that likely catch was a touchdown, because it was not a touchdown.
Yeah, but there's also so I'd say I think you have to argue too that if Lamar Jackson loses again, like pretty early in the playoffs, he's the Dak Prescott of the AFC. No one wants to say it. Nobody wants to say it.
But Dak Prescott's not that good to begin with.
Dak Prescott is a great quarterback, and then he messes up in the playoffs, and everyone gives him crap. Lamar Jackson does the same thing, but no one gives him crap for whatever reason. I don't get it. Personally, I don't. I don't get it. Same situation. He always messes up in there. It was 10 years ago today that my best buddy came running out of the room shouting, "It's a boy," with tears streaming down their face. We never went back to Thailand since.
Who said that?
I sing in my car. He likes to crack my jokes.
You're great.
Jokes here and there. All right. Let's predict. I have this up somewhere. We're gonna predict the NFL. What is this? We're gonna predict. Why did this shrink?
That's what she said.
But here we are. What was I
That Dave, you're a god. You're a legend.
What's that?
You were saying, what was I going to say? You're saying, Dave, you're a god and a legend. That's what you were going
Definitely was not going to say that. That was
to. No, I
definitely
think
not
you were.
for me to say.
No, it's okay. You can't. You don't hold back these feelings. I just
Don't
can't find this
back.
feeling anymore.
All right, Dave, let's run through a NFL playoff bracket for you.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you
I'm
ready?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll start in the AFC. First game, wild card. Broncos, Bills. Who you got?
Bills.
Bills. Okay. Steelers, Ravens.
I'll give Lamar Jackson one. I'm going to go Ravens.
Okay. And then we've got Chargers, Texans.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Chargers.
Chargers? I think so too. I'm actually going to agree with you on that
Chargers
one.
have been getting hot, and the Texans have not. So I'm going to go Chargers.
Yep. All right. So Chargers versus Kansas City.
KC.
AC wins it. Yep. Kansas City. All right.
Kansas City in the playoffs is a different animal.
Yep. I agree. Then we have the Ravens versus the Bills.
All right, I'm going Bills. Let's go.
Ravens versus
Lamar.
Bills. Okay.
Bills would be at home. I'm giving it to the Bills.
All right.
Lamar
and
Jackson.
then you've got Bills versus Kansas City.
I'm giving it to the Bills, baby. I'm giving it to the Bills.
Bills to the Super Bowl is what you're saying.
It is Josh Allen time, boys and girls.
All right. Now looking at this, I really don't like how easy it is for Kansas City to make it into the Super Bowl.
I would not say the Bills would be easy. They beat Kansas City early in the year at home, like in Kansas City.
Yeah,
I know the regular season is a different animal than the playoffs, but I think the Bills are going to run it back and finally get their Super Bowl bid.
Icing says, "Real talk, who's doing halftime show? I think it's Kendrick Lamar this year for the halftime show. I believe, yeah.
I stopped watching the halftime show like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like just done.
Yeah, they've not been great lately. Usher was actually not bad last year. Usher was not bad. All right, moving on to so we've got the Bills in the Super Bowl, and then we've got wild card.
In the NFC.
All right, so we've got Green Bay versus the Eagles.
Freaking hate the Eagles. Going Eagles.
Eagles. All right. Sorry, Dave, couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
The Eagles. All right. Washington versus the Bucks. That should be a good game. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game.
Early on, I would say the Commanders, but the Bucks have just been too hot. I'm going to go Buccaneers.
Bucks. Okay. So we got the Bucks, which are the 3 seed going in. All right. Then we've got the the Rams versus the Vikings.
Oof. You know, I'm like, remember when the Rams were playing the Vikings on the way up to the bachelor party? We were watching that game.
Yeah.
Rams manhandled the Vikings. Oh. I'm going to go Vikings. I think the Vikings will pull it out this time.
Vikings will pull it out. Yep. All right. So you've got Vikings. So you've got Vikings versus the Detroit Lions.
Lions, easy.
Lions, easy. Okay. Vikings versus Lions. We've got Lions, easy. Then we have the Rams versus the Bucks.
You mean the Eagles and the Bucks?
Yes, the Eagles and the Bucks. Sorry.
Eagles and Bucks. Eagles.
Eagles and the Bucks.
Yeah, Eagles.
So you've got Eagles beating the Bucks. So then you've got Lions and Eagles.
Lions.
So you've got Lions and Bills in the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win?
Yep. Lions.
Lions. Okay.
Sorry, Josh Allen, but I like Dan Campbell a little bit more.
I think the only call you made that was not like an underdog or that you had the underdog winning was the Vikings beating the Rams.
Oh yeah,
That's literally you played everything safe pretty much.
I didn't mean to play everything safe. That's just how I genuinely feel.
I get it.
Like,
No, I get it.
I mean, I picked. I know the wild card is an interesting time, so I did pick the Chargers to beat the Texans.
Yeah.
I mean, like if there was another upset I foresaw, maybe the Eagles beat the Lions. I think that would be like probably the best game of the playoffs would be the Eagles and Lions. As much as I love to watch the Bengals not the Bengals, the Bills and the Chiefs.
Me too.
As much as I love to watch that game because every time they play is always so like insane. I think the best game of the playoffs would be Lions and Eagles.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm looking at this now, and I really don't like where Kansas City sits at. They purposely have like it's too nice of a position that they're in. That sucks. That sucks.
But you know what matchup I would like to see in the Super Bowl. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I wouldn't mind seeing this: Chiefs and Lions in the Super Bowl. The Lions dethroning the Chiefs. It would be full circle. Last year when the Lions beat the Chiefs,
I wouldn't mind that if I just knew the Lions were gonna win.
I think they would win. I mean, look, their defense has been riddled with injuries, and there's like, look what they did to the Vikings.
Yeah,
they shut them down.
Yep. No, you're right. All right,
like,
so
maybe that's another like. If I were to pick another upset, I'd pick the Rams over the Vikings, but I don't think it'll happen. But it's definitely possible.
Right.
I think the more entertaining conference this year in the playoffs is going to be the NFC. I see a lot of those teams are like inches.
Yeah,
with,
AFC is very one-sided.
Yeah. I think.
Well, so is NFC's got some sleepers. I think Bucks are a sleeper, and I think Rams are a sleeper too. I think there's no shot the Chargers or the Texans are going to do crap on the AFC side.
Yeah, like I think.
And the Steelers, the Chargers, and the Texans aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, the NFC is definitely the most. I won't say even, but definitely the most competitive. Like any team can really catch fire on the NFC.
Yeah, I agree. There's more of an underdog chance on that side for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a rumor that Marvel is dropping the Fantastic Four trailer going during Super Bowl. Interesting.
Huh.
Another Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pedro Pascal. That last one was horrible. Apparently, I didn't even watch it because I heard it was so bad.
Yeah. You know what? Did you see the Deadpool movie?
No. I saw the first one. I'm behind. I didn't see the second one yet, and I got to watch the third one.
In the newer one, they brought back the Human Torch from the original Fantastic Four movies.
Thanks for ruining it.
You're welcome.
You're a jerk.
I mean, it's common knowledge now.
No, it's not.
Can look it up on Wiki.
No, it's not.
You can look it up on Wiki. You can look it up on Wikipedia.
I could, but I don't because I want to watch the movie. Holy crap! Dave gets lumps of coal every year for Christmas. By the way, guys. This is why the Giants suck, because of your karma. I blame you now.
I'm starting to believe you.
Yeah. Oh,
the world.
God. Spoiler, not cool. Right, icing? Party foul on Dave.
Speaking of the Giants, man, they're keeping Daboll, and they got the 3rd overall pick in the draft. Look, I don't care.
I don't mind them keeping Daboll, obviously. I just think they should have gotten rid of the other guy. I forget his name.
Joe Shane?
Yeah.
No, he's good. Look.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Look. getting rid of Barkley, I mean, was just a pure business decision.
I bet you he goes after this year. I bet you he goes after this year.
Look, after we signed Daniel Jones to that mega contract, I get that it would not financially make sense to keep Barkley. Trust me, I wanted Barkley over Daniel Jones. Like, don't.
Whose decision was it to give Daniel Jones a huge contract?
That was a decision, but I think that was more of the Maras. I think they wanted to keep him because he was like an Eli-esque player. He was a low-maintenance quarterback who did come off a good year that year, and they wanted to try to catch fire with him. It didn't work out. But if you watched Hard Knocks, like they had a conversation with Joe Shane and Mara, they said they would, if the price was right, they would keep Barkley, but their goal is not to pay a quarterback $45 million a year to hand it off to a $12 million running back. Like that's not what they envision. And if you look at Daboll and Shane, they come from the Bills, who do not value running backs very high. I mean, look, they got in like a couple years, they went from like Singletary to Zach Moss. They got rid of them both. Ended up getting James Cook. And look, James Cook is good, but the Bills are still very passing heavy offense, and they're trying to bring that back to the Giants. So I can see why they did not keep Saquon Barkley. Terrible decision to sign Daniel Jones and not Barkley, but
yeah,
they made it. And so it would not make sense to keep Barkley for that much, because remember how they were convinced the running back market was going to be low, and then the Eagles go and turn around and offer Barkley like an insane amount of money. So, I mean, I hate the team he went to, but it was going to happen at some point. So I don't think he should be fired based on that. I mean, not great. But if you look at the draft class, we actually had a really good rookie class this year. We had Malik Neighbors, who broke 1,000 yards and broke the reception record for a rookie by the Giants. And then we had Tyrone Tracy, who broke 1,000 yards of scrimmage. We had like some promising guys in the secondary that did really well this year. Like, we did okay with the draft. I mean, I think you can't just rely on one class to fix everything, but I think
we've made horrible decisions for the past 5 years.
Well, Daboll and Shane were around for the past 5 years, so I think we've
made horrible decisions. Name one good decision we've done in the past 5 years. The best thing we've done so far, which was not really a decision, it just kind of fell in our lap, was that we drafted Malik Neighbors. That's the best thing we've done so far. Yeah, whoever's writing contracts for the New York Giants is absolutely horrible. Let's talk about Kenny Golladay. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. Let's talk about letting Saquon Barkley go. If there's anything we could have possibly done wrong, we've done wrong.
I did not want to see David McKinney leave, and I didn't want to see Wink Martindale leave. I think that was
absolutely horrible.
I mean, I get they were fighting a lot, Daboll and Martindale, but I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. All right, my turn for the NFL bracket.
Okay. Oh, by the way, so who do you see the Giants drafting number 3?
If I don't get to do my bracket, Dave, I swear to God.
Name a player, Tyler. I'm taking over.
Who do I think the Giants draft? Janty. No, they've got Tracy. Tracy's good enough to keep.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised, but
hey, someone to look out for Cam Skattebo from ASU. Did you see that game?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
I don't think he'll translate well to NFL though.
My brother-in-law was at that game. He went to ASU, so I was like huge rooting for ASU that game. I'm like, oh my God, that was like one of the best college football games I've seen.
Yeah, I still don't think he's going to do well in the NFL.
I think he will. He's a very tough runner. But I see the Giants at number 3 drafting. There is a scenario where I do see that maybe Shedeur or Cam Ward drops to number 3. like people were like worried, like, oh no, the Giants are not going to get the quarterback. I'm like, there's still a situation where I think they get the quarterback because I think the Titans, they're I
Titans are
don't think
drafting a quarterback.
I don't think the Titans are going to stick with Will Levis,
No, they're
but I
drafting a
can
quarterback
see
for
him.
sure.
I can see them maybe signing a free agent because I think where they're at right now, they have some offensive weapons, and I think they want to round it out with an experienced quarterback. I don't think they want to draft a quarterback too like just yet, especially when it's not a home run.
Yep.
So
I hope the Giants don't draft a quarterback either. Personally.
I don't know. If as long as it's a good one, I'm fine with it. Like I can see the Giants honestly. Like my solid prediction is the Giants draft Travis Hunter, who would be like a baller, and then in like the second or third round they draft like a Jalen Monroe from Alabama, which it's not a great player, but I think he might be a stopgap until like the Giants suck again and draft Arch Manning.
Yeah, Giants. We've talked about it before, but they should sign a veteran quarterback like a Kirk Cousins or a Joe Flacco this year,
I
and
think so.
wait for another draft for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I think so too. That's my that's my that's my hope.
Yeah,
Like
I think they should feed Malik Neighbors instead of let's roll the dice with another rookie. I think you
yeah,
get a veteran quarterback is what you do.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Aaron Rodgers wants to move over.
Drew Rogers, he's done.
Ah!
That man will take the Giants into hell with him. But yeah. So I say Travis Hunter or go offensive lineman. Not a sexy pick, but we need it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Do your bracket now, Todd.
Oh God,
I
thanks a lot,
on the
Dave. It only
forefront.
took me 20 minutes to get to it.
Wait a minute. I have more to say.
Jeez, criminy. All right, NFL bracket for me. We've got the Broncos versus the Bills. It's gonna be the Bills. Bills are gonna win that one. Then we've got Steelers, Ravens. Ravens are gonna win that game. And then we've got Chargers, Texans. I'm gonna say Chargers win that game. So then we've got Chargers versus the Kansas City freaking Chiefs.
Do I smell an upset?
Chiefs win it.
Uh,
Chiefs go to the championship game. Then we've got the Bills.
wait. Okay.
Bills versus the Ravens. The Ravens beat the Bills.
Maybe.
The Ravens beat the Bills. Yep. Then, if you remember last time the Ravens played the Bills, the Ravens spanked the Bills. During the regular season, they whooped them. Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens beat the Kansas City Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
You really don't want to see the Chiefs win.
I hate the Chiefs. They are the new New England Patriots, and I hate them.
I don't know.
They stand for corruption, Dave.
You know how I hated the Patriots, but I think I might as well roll with
Do you
the.
not think they are corrupt? I think they are a corrupt team.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Moving on with my playoff bracket. Thank you very much. Green Bay versus the Eagles. The Eagles are going to win. Washington versus the Bucks. The Bucks are going to win.
Okay.
Vikings versus the Rams. The Vikings will win.
Ooh, I thought you were going to pick the Rams for sure.
Nah. No, they've the past couple weeks. I would have. The past couple weeks they've looked really not great.
Suspect.
Yeah,
I was doing the same.
They're going in. They're going in on a slump, which is not good. Then you've got the Vikings versus the Lions. Vikings versus the Lions. The Lions win. Then you have Bucks versus the Eagles. Give me the Buccaneers.
Oh,
Give me the Buccaneers, Dave.
oh. So someone ripped this guy a new
Baker
one.
Mayfield popping off. Give me the
See,
Buccaneers.
at least I was realistic for once.
Nope.
Man, that is a long shot.
Give me the Bucks over the Eagles.
I hope you get blasted in the comments.
Eagles are coming off a little too hot. They're
If
coming
you don't
off a
get
little
blasted
too
in the
hot.
comments, I will blast you in the comments.
Give me the Bucks.
Oof.
Bucks.
I hate the Eagles, but that's not happening.
Bucks beat the Eagles. Then you've got the Detroit Lions versus the Buccaneers.
That was a good playoff game last year.
Yep.
Don't say it. Oh my God, no.
Then
Oh
the
my
Detroit
God.
Lions go to the Super Bowl. It's the Lions versus the Ravens in the Super Bowl. And the Lions win it all. Psych, it's too obvious. The Ravens win it all. Lamar Jackson
Oh my God.
is the Super Bowl champion.
Uh-oh. I actually lost you for a second. You were like, look. You
The
were stuck
Ravens
there
win
for-
it all, Dave.
You broke the internet with that freaking take.
The Ravens win it all.
Detroit. Oh man, Detroit Lions are gonna stop following you on Instagram now.
I'm just
They're
kidding.
gonna stop
I want the Lions. I want the Lions and the Bucks to win it. I want the Lions and the Bucks. Those are the two teams I'm rooting
If you're
for.
listening, I disavow this man. There's no way. Especially after the conversation we had where we're like, oh yeah, Lamar Jackson's not it. He's not clutch. He has him not only beating the Chiefs, but also the Lions. Like,
all I
can see-
want
can-
is for the Chiefs
I
not
can see
to
where
win.
I can see where you were talking about. Like, yeah, they beat the Bills pretty handily, but the Chiefs and the Lions. Oh my God. Tyler's on something. From what it sounds like, it sounds really good, but don't believe a single word he says. Man, I had some crazy dreams, but this is
I mean, who's going to beat the Ravens?
who's going to be the Ravens? Let's see. The Chiefs. I would say the Bills have a better shot.
Eagles upset by the Bucks. What I'm calling.
Upset is a understatement. We're talking
The
about
Buccaneers have it in them, man.
we're talking about if Saquon Barkley breaks both his legs and comes down with neurovirus at the same time. All right, that's the only situation.
The Bucks
where I
have
see
it in
that
them,
you-
dude. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Fun fact.
Oh.
Earlier in the year, the Buccaneers played the Eagles. The Buccaneers won. Fun fact. Earlier in the year, Buccaneers played the Lions. The Buccaneers won.
That was too early in the year. Come on.
No. They got that
There's
dog in
different
them,
phases of the
Dave.
year.
They got that dog in them. I'm telling you. Dark horse of the entire playoffs, the Buccaneers, baby. They've got it in them.
You're in Baker's butthole right now.
I am. It's like this.
Oh my God. I just can't with you right now.
Yep.
Oh, good Lord.
Bucks beat the Chargers 40-17. Dude, Bucks are good, man. They beat the Panthers 48-14. Bucks beat the Saints.
Wait. You're talking about the Buccaneers beat the Panthers? You don't say. You don't say. Any team that's in the playoffs should be able to beat the Bucks.
Yeah, they played the Ravens. They lost 41-31 against the Ravens, but
You don't get roasted. you know, it's okay.
Revenge.
I got roasted last episode. You'll get roasted this episode. It's okay.
Ravens, Buccaneers in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. I'm not even sure. I'm like, I would watch the Super Bowl, but I would not expect it to be a good game. That's me. That's like if
I really hope the Packers upset.
well, I'm trying to think. That's like watching Maryland and Army in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I forgot too. Washington upset the Eagles a couple weeks ago.
yeah. And Jalen Hurts was injured most of that game, though.
Eagles beat the Steelers. Eagles beat the Panthers. Eagles beat the Ravens. Eagles beat the Rams. Eagles whooped the Cowboys. Forgot the Eagles played the Bengals. I knew they were going to lose that game. Eagles beat the Giants. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, real
Eagles
shocker there.
Lost to the Buccaneers. Lost to the Bucks.
No one's perfect.
Dave, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
The Eagles still have like what 3 losses all year. Come on.
Icing, have a good time at your physical therapy. Sorry, I just read that. We've been bad at reading chat today.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
All right. MVP.
Yes.
You still think it's Josh Allen?
We got to start with comeback. We got MVP's got to be the final one.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Defensive Player of the Year, Trey Hendrickson.
No. Comeback Player of the Year.
Comeback Player of the Year. Who do you got?
All right, you go first.
Comeback Player of the Year. Could argue Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow wasn't injured last year.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
Joe Burrow. I was thinking Cooper Kupp, but yeah, Joe Burrow.
But Cooper Kupp was injured again this year, so.
Yeah, I know. But less injured than he was last year.
Comeback Player of the Year. Cooper Kupp.
Had his thumb broken or whatever.
His thumb falls off.
Yeah. You gotta see it afterwards, by the way.
Cooper Kupp. Comeback Player of the Year.
No, it's Joe Burrow. I don't know what I was saying. I'm drunk on Coke.
Yeah, I guess you could give it to Joe. He was out. I think he got out week 9, 10, something like that.
He was injured for a lot of the year last year.
Yeah, it was like he played only like 65% of the games or something like that.
I'm surprised no one tried to sign Jake Browning. That was surprising. He played like really well down the stretch for them.
I know. I'd be pumped if the Giants picked up Jake Browning.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Jake
Browning's good, dude. Jake Browning is very good.
I hold your horses. I would have been fine with the Giants re-signing Tyrod Taylor.
I agree, but like actually committing to Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. Good point.
What was I gonna say, Dave? Nick Chubb, big comeback for him. He didn't play phenomenal, but big comeback.
It was still out for a large portion of the year, though.
I know, but still. He had an injury where it's like he wasn't even really supposed to come back.
Yeah, true. All right.
I guess Joe Burrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say Joe Burrow.
All right, who do you got now? Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go Trey Hendrickson.
I'm going to go Trey Hendrickson, too.
Sack leader this year.
But the NFL, I feel like, is not going to go with him. The NFL doesn't like him.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They don't, like, publicize him.
No. I mean, honestly, if Dexter Lawrence stayed healthy all throughout the year, I was going to say Sexy Dexter with a little bit.
They're going to want to give it to, like, Myles Garrett or maybe Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain is good. But they tend to favor, like, the line.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
They favor, like, the line.
Who's getting tackles, not, like, shut down corners.
Yeah.
But PS2 has been... He's been solid.
Yeah, he has. Definitely. I would, if choosing between the two, though, I would probably go the sack leader, which is Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, I'd go Trey.
I should look it up. Is he the sack leader? It was.
Yeah,
I know
17.5. He had 3 sacks the last game.
Okay, because I know it was between him and Myles Garrett. I was like wondering if that was still true.
Yeah, Trey definitely has the most sacks, but
Okay.
we'll see.
All right. Offense player of the year.
Barkley. Maybe
Yeah.
Jamar.
Jamar. Oh, Jamar Chase. Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely Saquon Barkley. Had he decided to play that last game, you'd have to be on acid to not give him the MVP.
MVP?
Yeah.
Or offensive player?
I'm saying if he had played that last game against the Giants and broken Dickerson's record,
How do you not?
He would have to be MVP. He would have to be.
Yeah. I think it's BS. In my opinion, Saquon Barkley should win MVP.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, in all honesty, I think it should be Saquon Barkley. But I know it's not going to be. I know it's not even argument's sake because he's not a quarterback, which is ridiculous.
I know. Exactly.
Yeah. I think it should, honestly, I think the argument should be, okay, is it Jamar Chase or is it Saquon Barkley? Jamar Chase with the triple crown.
Yeah.
The wide receiver triple crown.
I think this still should be Barkley, but I would not be surprised if Jamar Chase.
Yeah, if Barkley breaks a record, the rushing yard record.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here with this MVP? They would change the title of the MVP to MVQB. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's insane. Rookie of the year?
Jaden Daniels.
I agree.
Daniels. Yeah.
But Bo Nix got close.
Bo Nix got close. It's Brock Bowers has an argument and could have won it many other years.
He will be offensive rookie of the year. I
forgot about offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. He's my pick for offensive rookie of the year.
But yeah, Jaden Daniels bringing his team that was trash to the playoffs. You got to go Jaden Daniels.
Absolutely. Defensive rookie of the year.
Bo Nix almost put up an argument though.
Yeah, he was in the conversation for a little bit. But I think Jaden Daniels was the most consistent throughout the year.
Yeah, Bo Nix had like some 40-yard games.
Remember after 3 weeks that no rookie quarterback had a touchdown pass for like the first 2 or 3 weeks? And people were like, oh my gosh, they're all trash.
Yeah.
Defensive rookie of the year. I'm trying to think. What defensive rookies are there?
Yeah, so Daniels did 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, QBR of 100. But that's not including his rushing. He gets some rushing yards too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Bo Nix.
Oh, you don't know Bo.
Bo Nix stats. Bo Nix threw for more yards, 3,775 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, so some more interceptions, and a QBR of 93, a little bit lower QBR, but that's not including the rushing that Jaden Daniels brings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that last game, he actually had a really good game.
Yeah,
he had 4 touchdowns, 321 yards, but that's also true. He has inflated numbers because the Chiefs were bitches. He played against the Chiefs that completely just leaned over for him, so that's kind of BS.
I don't think there's a stat for inflated numbers, Tyler.
There should be.
That's just stats. That's like saying, well, Saquon's stats don't count because he played the Giants.
Yeah, I think Jaden Daniels is the move.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of defensive rookies. Who am I missing?
I'm not good with the defensive rookies. I'm not good.
Look up defensive rookies. Or look up, defensive rookie of the year.
If only someone brought their laptop to the podcast.
I know, right? Who would do that?
Defensive rookie of the
So whoever doesn't do that, so inconsiderate.
yeah. Jared Verse on the Rams.
Yeah.
Mitchell on the Eagles. Oh wow, there's 2 years in a row both the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year were on the same team. So CJ
Oh yeah.
Stroud and Will Anderson last year, and then Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner the year before.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
I actually noticed, like, we even pick a lot of Bengals players. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow. Defensive player of the year,
Yeah, I'm biased.
Trey Hendrickson.
Well, but it's true. Like
I know.
it's
I know.
amazing. It is so amazing that they did not make the playoffs.
Yeah. Defense rookie of the year. I'll go Jaden Verse. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, first what? Yeah. Comeback player of the year.
We already said Joe Burrow.
I guess so. I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was gonna say Anthony Richardson, but that's not true. Yeah. Okay. Coach of the year.
There's also Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Nah, I would say Joe Burrow.
I'm looking at the stats for comeback player of the year. They're voting. It's most likely going to go to Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, look, Joe Burrow's just put up massive numbers after being injured.
Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's a great story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we kind of knew Joe Burrow was good, where versus they're like, holy crap, like, Sam Darnold's good. Nobody knew this.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Jets and Panthers are just horrible franchises.
Yeah, it's true. That's why, like, people are like, oh yeah, the Giants just signed Sam Darnold. I'm like, no, because then he'll go back to sucking again.
Yeah. DeMar Hamlin, they're going to try and push, apparently, too. J.K. Dobbins, Kirk Cousins, Nick Chubb. Yeah, that'll go to Burrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a question.
Burrow. Yep.
Not doubt.
But would it go to Burrow if he's MVP?
Yes.
But he wouldn't both awards.
Yeah, but he won't be MVP. But we'll get there. It's okay. We'll get there.
All right, next. Offensive player of the year.
We already said Saquon Barkley.
Barkley. Yeah, Barkley, Jamar Chase is a close one.
Do we do coach of the year?
Yeah, I'd say it's between what's his name? I'm totally forgetting the Lions coach's name right now.
Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell and the Vikings head coach.
I think because historically it's gone to the coaches who have like rebuilt their teams. So I mean, Dan Campbell is probably the best coach in the NFL right now. But if I were to say coach of the year based on like who brought their team back from like nothing or who like did the most with their team, helped their team, I would say it's either the Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell or Dan Quinn of the Commanders.
True. He's in that argument. I think you got to go Dan Campbell though.
I mean, I think it will be him because I mean, look how well he did. But at the same time,
yeah. But his situation's not been. It's that he himself brought the Lions together to be a crappy team. He had his story, and this is the year he's reaping the rewards. It seems like of the Lions committing to Dan Campbell, even though they were crap. But they said, hey, this is our guy. We're going to stick with him. Like, hopefully this is what happens with Brian Dable.
Yeah.
This is our guy. We're sticking with him. And the team is in love with him. The team will literally give their lives up for Dan Campbell. You can sense
Yeah.
that. You can sense that from that team, right?
Oh yeah.
Versus the other guys are great. They're probably really good technically, but Dan Campbell, there's something about the heart of Dan Campbell that can't be,
No.
shown on paper.
He is the definitely the greatest motivator in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Like no one else can motivate. Like you have a lot of coaches who have like that cerebral approach, like tacticians, but he's a straight up motivator.
Yeah. I think Dan Campbell, I think the Vikings coach and the Commander coach, those are all three up in there. That's right. I was going to look up.
Sorry, Harbaugh. You can't dismantle your entire team and take them to the playoffs and win Coach of the Year.
Yeah, it's actually odds are favoring Kevin O'Connell.
Oh, yeah? I think so. I mean, because he took a quarterback. I mean, the quarterback they drafted got injured, like, before the season even started. So they're like, oh, great. We kind of had to go with our safety valve to start the whole year.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell and Dan Campbell's second, and then Sean Payton's up here, actually. I guess I see it.
Good, I guess.
And then, yeah, so MVP.
MVP, Josh Allen.
Why?
Should it be Saquon? I think probably, but it's going to be Josh Allen.
Yeah, well, we kind of had that argument. We'll put that to the side for now. But based off the three quarterbacks that it's between, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he has the best. I don't know.
The best what? He has the best nothing.
He has the best arm. He runs and passes for touchdown. Look at his total touchdown count. It's more than Lamar Jackson.
That's like one stat that he has over Lamar. Like one stat. All right, so here's the reason why Josh Allen is a good MVP candidate. I'll help your argument real fast for you. Is that because he's not surrounded by a phenomenal team, unlike Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has 9 Pro Bowlers on his team right now. There's nobody else surrounding Josh Allen with it. That's something to be spoken of, and he still made their team top tier.
He is a team.
So for him, that's what it is for him. But stat-wise, if you look at the stat-wise, Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson pretty much beat the crap out of him in stats. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. But yes, I understand that part where it's like he doesn't have a... He has a mid-tier running back. James Cook is mid. Mid to good. Yeah, he's mid to good. That's it. No one's drafted him in the first 3 rounds. Then there's no really good receivers on the team. All those receivers are definitely mid-low. Shakur is the best one, which is like he's not even supposed to be your star receiver.
Yeah, I think Keon Campbell is actually probably their number one. But
Keon Coleman, yeah, he'll emerge for sure. So there's that, and he still did very well. So that's why Josh Allen stands out for the MVP race somewhat, but he's not going to win it, in my opinion. I think it's between Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow.
It's not going to be Joe Burrow.
Why not?
Because
why? This is a great argument, Dave. Go ahead. Because why?
Shut up. The team didn't do that well.
Oh, so it's the MVP award is for good players on good teams?
Look, the past couple of years.
Exactly. It's not. The MVP award is the most valuable player award. Who is the most valuable player award?
Then you just made the argument for Josh Allen because no Josh Allen, no Bills in the playoffs.
To some degree. But at least Josh Allen has a defense that does decent, unlike Joe Burrow did. Joe Burrow did his part and more, and Joe Burrow played better than Josh Allen.
But he also had a very slow start of the year.
Okay.
It's like throughout the whole year, you have to. Josh Allen has been like on fire the whole year.
It's not about a slow start or consistency. It's about end of the year numbers. End of the year numbers wise, Joe Burrow beat the crap out of Josh Allen in almost every category, except for rushing yards. Am I wrong?
No.
Most passing yards, Joe Burrow. Most passing touchdown, Joe Burrow.
who had the biggest impact on the team is definitely Josh Allen.
Biggest impact on his team? Sure. Biggest impact on offense? Joe Burrow.
Then make him Offensive Player of the Year.
You could. I personally think Joe Burrow should win MVP of the award, but they like to give out the who's the best player on a good team. That's how they like to do it. Where it's literally, if you look at the stats, Joe Burrow has pretty much the best stats. You could argue Lamar because of all of his rushing yards, but you also have to take into account Lamar Jackson's surrounded by 9 Pro Bowlers, and he has a defense that puts him on the field more often than Joe Burrow had.
I will give this to Lamar Jackson. He did throw for 41 touchdowns and only have 4 picks. That's pretty darn good.
No, I agree. That is very good. Lamar Jackson's in the conversation for sure, and he probably will win it.
The only thing that I don't like about Lamar Jackson is that he's not clutch. Very honestly, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but just not clutch.
It's not clutch. I agree. But yeah, the other thing too is with Lamar, he had a stint of like 5 games where he kind of sucked.
Oh yeah.
It was like 3 to 5 games, something like that. Let me see. Where he had like a nice little stint where I'm like, Lamar's stats are not that great. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's Lamar since, in the beginning, Lamar was not that great. All right, so first game, 273 yards, not bad, 1 touchdown. 247 yards, 1 touchdown. 182 yards, 1 touchdown. 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like the first 4 games, not great. Game 5, he popped off. 348 yards, 4 touchdowns.
That would be game of the week for Daniel Jones.
He has some really underwhelming games though. It's weird. Versus almost every game of Joe Burrow's is good.
Yeah.
The consistency is there. That's my argument.
Okay.
All right, we're a little overtime, and I gotta use the bathroom.
All right.
You got anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, I'm pinching my cheeks.
See you, Tyler.